Oh, all right. What is good, my lovers and friends? It doesn't look like the lighting's very optimal in here. Let's see. Let's pause this for a second. Okay, sometimes it works, sometimes it's not so great. But what matters most is what I'm saying, not even anything that's happening in the background, right? So, I am really excited about some of the consciousness shifts that are happening, and just as well in expansion personally and in terms of my career. So this is really exciting that I bring you all this video of why it's really important to always continue to grow. So I was talking with a friend, and she and I were hanging out on the beach and just enjoying the waves, and I shared with her a person who I met who's on a quest toward happiness. Thank God. I thought I was going to do this alone.
No, you don't.
Because you were like, get somebody else. So now I can talk to you and everybody else about it, my lovers and friends. So, yes, please introduce yourself again.
Again?
Just in case they didn't
It's me
see it.
again. I'm Thuy. We are in DaNang, Vietnam.
What's up?
Peace.
Yes, and it's amazing. And I was just talking about why it's so important to keep growing. Like, a lot of times we say, okay, once I've done this self-development, then there will be a point and that's it. And for my friend and I, we just both said the same thing to each other. I had said the exact same words previous to somebody else in a text message. And I said, the second that you stop growing and the second you stop learning is when you die. Do you believe that?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
About what?
The second that you stop growing, you die. That life is that which we're growing, we're always testing our boundaries. Life is that which is pushing us to grow in ways and not be in a corner. Sometimes it gives us the same question or situation, and it's up to us to take the lesson and not say, well, it just keeps happening, I don't ever learn. That's not the energy that we want to put in, right? And that's not being a good parent to our inner child. So we're hanging out, people are cooking in here. And this is my hangout spot where I manifest and the day bed. We all chill here. And I do a lot of self-development as well. And so as I was listening to a business journal, I was told that it's not, you have to work on yourself more than you work on your business. And that was like a shift for me. And I want to share in my moments of in this moment of inner growth and just like expansion, what I had to do to get to that level. So, what do you do when you get stressed? Maybe not quite stressed, but like when you recognize something isn't right with your situation and you're like, well, I'm not really happy like this. What do you do?
Wow.
How do you grow from that?
I think I would write out what I have struggled with, right? And it may have me less stress. I think sometimes it works.
Yeah.
And or maybe I hang out with my friends, go eat, and share with them. Yeah. Or maybe I tell my mother.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
A support system is one of the best things that you can have. But for where I am right now in DaNang, I have people I reach out to, just friends you have connections with, and when you think of them, you're like, hey, I needed a friend just now. I just wanted to talk to somebody about this awesome experience, right? And so, oh my gosh, it's raining so hard outside. I think.
Sorry guys.
Don't worry, don't worry. But as I was like going through my own struggles internally, like the opposition of knowing what's coming, yet my attitude wasn't at that place, I had to do a lot of EFT tapping. So it's called the emotional freeing technique.
Okay.
And so you tap pressure points. And I ended up having to do some inner child work. And this is, I mean, it doesn't take like, it doesn't have to be a year-long choice, but as it related to the previous video, which was forgiveness, how did I have to help myself get rid of that block, which had me so far away from seeing the God in this person? And because things had been brought up, like some painful experiences were brought up, the person didn't do it. These were just emotions that came up on their own, right? So how do you work on yourself that you learn from that experience and move on for something better? How do you learn from, okay, I am traveling, and I've been personally, I had just been in Dalat, Nha Trang, Ho Chi Minh, and I was working little bits on my book, maybe 2 hours. And then I sat down, I got to this place, I got to DaNang, and I said, I just got to do it. It's quiet, I was just going to keep going. But I can be by the beach, I can cry, I can meditate, I can listen to Abraham Hicks. That's what I did a lot of. Go to the beach, I work out, I do squats sometimes. She enjoys my squats. And I do things to help elevate my mood and my vibration, which helps me work on myself. And that's what it means to work on yourself every day, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And in what ways can you find yourself loving past those blocks, loving past the kinks, loving past the patterns? Because we all want and deserve love. But the most important love is yourself, right? And the space where I was very blocked off. And this could almost be a death, right? I was faced with myself, traveling, and it's like, just sit down and do the book. Sit down and deal with whatever is happening in an area of your life that might be maybe like weeds that need to get cut, or maybe just manicured. So how can you forgive and still have a beautiful pot? And I realized, yeah, we are making things hard on each other. Maybe the most important thing to do is to forgive yourself and recognize who you are. You're one with the power that created you. You are source, you are high vibration. And what is it that you see in someone else or the situation that pulled you away from that? Their responsibility when they came into Earth was not to make you feel better. And now you can be unhurtable. You just use this person as a way to like remind you, whoa, you were just my vibrational indicator. You just showed me my vibration maybe not was where it should have been. So it's not that I forgive you, it's actually forgiving myself. But I'm using that as a vibrational indicator. And this was one of my biggest like kind of awakenings again. Was that like, whoa, wait, hold on. I relied on this person or these friends for feelings or help, but they didn't come into Earth asking me for that. Like, I'm gonna help Morenike today. I mean, it's nice, you know what I mean? Like, holla at your girl if you got a new phone, because mine broke. But it's just making sure our feelings are unhurtable and that no one can mess up the most important relationship, and that's the relationship you have with you, right? So like if somebody's acting crazy or does something stupid, really, that's not my issue. I had to do a lot of tapping like for 2 weeks. I did that just one day, like I said, but like the residual emotions, like contacting friends, like you said, the people I've met along my journey, and just letting them know, hey, I was thinking about you and I need a friend because I'm thinking about doing this today, and maybe it's not a good idea. I want to tell this person off, and I'm not in my vibration. Keep me there. And that's their responsibility, but when they're friends to help you out like that, then you get your ass in check, you know. So yeah, keeping up with yourself is one of the most important things to keeping everything else up in life. You want relationships with friends. You want to contact people. How I still stay in contact with many friends that I've met on many different trips because I value that. Because I value me. And I work on keeping the heart chakra open. And to work on that every day. And all of the rest of me. So, you all, it has been such a pleasure talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you are let off the hook now. She didn't want to be in this video though. Can you imagine? I had to set Sister Girl straight. No. Yeah, but yeah, check this out. And that's so cool, that roof. And so yeah, I'm just doing some work. And we're gonna probably have some wine and work. I love this life.
Work.
Okay, Rihanna. We're about to call her Rihanna. All right, peace and love. You guys like, comment, share, subscribe. What are you doing right now to work on yourself, to better yourself, to open yourself up to yourself, which makes you open to others? What are you all doing for that? And tell me maybe about a time where you learned how you could push through that and love through that pattern, through those kinks. Okay, ciao.
But I really like this, what you have said, and I think I can learn something from that.
Oh, thank you so much.
I really like that.
Thank you.
See